Hello, this is Connor Super Goofy, and a while ago, back in August, you may remember that I looked at something called the UK Online Safety Act, which was a law that was passed back in 2023 that was enacted in late July that basically um, required like internet platforms to like moderate to have like better like to have more stricter moderation for certain types of adult content and required anyone who was going to be viewing that adult content to verify their age through ID or facial checks they um before they access that content. Now back when I covered it, I understood what people's concerns about it were that this could lead to potential government overreach and that basically the ongoing narrative. This isn't just a few conspiracy theorists saying this, by the way. It was everyone on YouTube, everyone on the entire internet was saying that this is basically not a move to protect children at all. This is just the government trying to track people down and arrest them for political speech, and this is just a way of making that easier. Now, in the UK, there are a lot there's free speech is like a lot less protected over there. So there are more ways that would enable this kind of stuff to happen. Um, but if something like this were to, but I think I mentioned that if something like this were to go were to happen in the U.S., I doubt that it would lead to the same consequences because the United States has the First Amendment, and if anyone got arrested for like political reasons because of their speech on the internet, it would get like shot down as unconstitutional very quickly. But I think I have found a piece of legislation that tops the UK Online Safety Act in terms of how extreme it is and also how stupid it is. And it is also being passed here, and it has also been introduced here, not in the UK, but in the States, specifically Michigan. Last month, there was a bill introduced, it was a House Bill 4938, also known as um, the Anti-Corruption of Public Morals Act. That's what it's called. And basically what the law aimed to do was to basically outlawed outlaw any kind of content that could be considered related to sex in any way, like the most obvious example being porn. But it was planning to outlaw more than just that. It was also planning to outlaw any kind of ASMR content, which basically means like if you whisper in some kind of YouTube video or anything that you do online, um, you're breaking the law. And also, um, any depiction or mention of anything to do with a trans person would also become completely illegal as well. Um, and um, like here's the thing. I've seen like I've seen like stupid political moves before, I guess. But like even from a conservative standpoint, this legislation is abysmal. Like it is so badly written and so broad that it basically like it's it's overreach from like the first second that you even think about it. and it is entirely against the First Amendment. It's a crystal clear violation of the First Amendment, and um, let's be real, this shit isn't gonna pass. It's not going to. Um, I live in Texas, which is a very red state. So if a bill like this were proposed here, it would be more likely to pass. But not in Michigan, where it is still basically split down the middle. The House is controlled by Republicans, the Senate is controlled by Democrats, and the governor is a Democrat. So like it it's this bill is not going to make it. Let's be real. I don't think that people in Michigan really have anything to worry about. There are a lot of stupid Republicans out there, but there are not enough stupid Republicans to get this to go through. Now, let me talk about the let me so let me talk about the let me go into more detail on like the terms of this bill as well. So the whole pornography thing, yeah, I guess like um I would say that completely getting rid of it, like completely outlawing it, I that's something I think locking it behind an age wall like they're doing in the UK and in a lot of states in the United States is the right way to go about it. Not just completely blocking all of it for like everyone, including those who are over 18. Um, the ASMR thing is, I think, kind of stupid. Like, I wouldn't want to go to jail for whispering. Um, that would suck. Um, but what I really want to highlight is the transgender thing. Now, I would like to say that I don't condone the idea of transitioning genders. I don't condone the idea of a sex change at all. I think it's a gross, ugly concept that never should have been touched to begin with. But let trans people be trans, all right? Like, here's the thing. Um, when you're putting ex like I wouldn't be opposed to legislation that would just straight up outright ban a sex change, but putting existing like already trans people in harm's way, that's just too much. That's just too much. Like this bill would basically make it a criminal this bill would basically make it a felony to even identify as a trans person on the internet or even to even say the word transgender to like have it come out of your mouth on the internet. That would be a felony. That's just too much. That's a crystal clear violation of the First Amendment, and I think and it would lead to a ton of trans people and a ton of trans advocates going to prison over basically nothing, which is which is something that I've been strongly against. And here's the thing. Here's the thing though, is that like I don't know where I read this, but I I read when like researching this whole thing when I first heard about like when I first hear about a new like political development, I research as much into like the topic as I can. Like I go like find as many sources as I can about it, and obviously that's the same thing that I did when I heard about this new legislation, and I heard that a lot of don't know where I read this, but I read that a lot of political experts are saying that this is basically not, this was not proposed with the intention of passing, that it was just a basically like a publicity stunt to try and get people's attention. And I think that goes to show how bad this bill is. It's such a joke that even like political experts aren't taking it seriously. It's that bad. And I think it I I think it also really highlights how like screwed up politics has gotten in the last 5 to 10 years, where the big problem with like but politicians nowadays, they just suck. Not It's not just Democrats, it's not just Republicans, they all suck. The problem is that the two sides hate each other so much that they shape all their policies around destroying the other side rather than helping the country. Like it's like I'm not even educated enough in like I don't know the political history to really know how far back this stretches, but it's got to go back to at the very least Obama, right? This whole political division thing, and it just sucks. And I hate talking, hearing, or even reading about, even like even hearing political news. I just hate it because it's like um because of stuff like this. Like all the Democrats are all convinced that everyone on the Republican side is Hitler, and meanwhile the Republicans are doing shit like this. And um I don't know. I just wish we would have normal people in politics and in government who actually give a crap about what America wants and not what they want or what the billion-dollar corporations want or whatever. I just wish that those kinds of politicians still existed, but it just sucks, man. I just don't know what else to say about it. That's about it. See ya.